So I think I've discovered what I would call the Grandma Williams universe. Now, Drew Gooden covered a movie called Holly Hotel in one of his Christmas videos in 2023. This movie featured a woman named Grandma Williams. And Grandma Williams was a big part in just the love and comfort of the movie.
How you ask someone out on a date.
Now, what if I told you Grandma Williams was not just in that movie, but also another movie called Doc Holly's Christmas? This movie is based in Holly, Michigan, and it tells the story of two people that probably aren't meant for each other at all.
I make it a point not to spend time with people who don't like me.
We start the movie on a shot of a vehicle, and it lasts really probably too long, but we end up at a diner, and Holly orders a flat white and learns that all the fancy coffee houses, they're closed on Sunday.
Of course, it's closed on Sundays.
So she gets her order, a regular coffee and a salad, and then goes to pay and learns that the ATM is out. Doesn't work.
Oh, the ATM machine don't work.
Maybe for more than a year now.
Then why did you point at it?
And the only ATM is about an hour away.
I am not driving an hour and 10 minutes to pay for a cup of coffee and a salad. Look.
So Holly, in the city of Holly, cannot do anything right in this. Now, this guy does offer to pay. Remember this guy.
Could I help?
He offers to pay, but she doesn't take him up on it. So Holly drives off and gets pulled over near the edge of Holly. And this is where I started to get a strange feeling about the movie, because I seen the actor playing the cop. And the actor playing the cop is the same actor from Holly Hotel, the movie that Drew Gooden covered. And he played the love interest.
$20? Boy, I would have loaned you the money.
I started to get a little worried because he looks a little too old for Holly.
I'm surprised that none of the men over at
Coney offered to help you.
Anyway, this fear kind of carried with me while he brings Holly to go see the judge.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Jerry Narsh.
Mind you, on a Sunday, so the coffee houses are closed, the banks are closed, but there's fully a judge on staff ready to see you on Sunday in Holly, Michigan. Honestly, she would probably be in jail until at least Monday.
And now,
You'll rot in county until Monday!
But we'll suspend our disbelief here too. Judge Narsh and the officer talk about the Holly Hotel. I think just to kind of hint at, oh, hey, this is the other movie.
Was that ever a nice wedding?
we rode in a horse-drawn carriage.
So anyway, she gets sentenced to a week of community service.
I'm going to sentence you to 1 week community service.
What?
So in Holly, Michigan, when you're sentenced to a week of community service, you just serve that week. The whole week. Just the whole straight week you serve. So Holly calls an Uber. And we're meant to believe there's an Uber, I guess, but also like no ATMs. So anyway, she gets into this man's car. And we're never explained why this man is in front of the courthouse or what he was doing there. So once she gets into the car, I realize, oh, okay, that's the guy from the poster. So that's got to be the love interest. Henry drives her to City Hall. Again, no reason why he was outside the courthouse, but he drives her to City Hall.
I'm Henry, by the way.
No, you're Ryan. Stranger danger.
Where Sandra is working on a Sunday, right? Okay, let's suspend our disbelief that the judge would work on a Sunday. I really doubt office staff in the city are working on a Sunday. But hey, Sandra, get that overtime. Jeez. Anyway, Sandra's working and she introduces Holly to Judge Narsh.
In this room, here I'm Mayor Narsh.
Or, sorry, Mayor Narsh. This is Mayor Narsh. He is Judge Narsh. They're the same person. You guys think it's weird when the people that can make the laws are the same people that enforce them?
Hard to believe.
Anyway, I have kind of a theory that there's like an underlying reason why Judge Narsh and later Grandma Williams become such a big part of Holly's life. After Mayor Narsh gives Holly her assignment, which is a week of community service at a veterinarian hospital.
This is small city corruption.
Tell it to the judge.
She is taken to the Holly Hotel, which is not a hotel. This scene is just to establish that it's not a hotel and she has to stay with someone else.
Grandma Williams!
Now, Grandma Williams, God bless her, they gave her so many lines in this movie. One thing that is awfully convenient is that the only hotel is not a hotel in Holly, and that you have to stay with Grandma Williams. I mean, is everyone that comes to the city forced to stay with Grandma Williams? And apparently Grandma Williams was waiting for her, or just waiting for someone to come in and cook for her, because apparently she'd been waiting since 5 a.m.
My day starts at 5 o'clock.
So what's for breakfast?
I've been sitting here wondering that for about 3.5 hours. What are you going to make us for breakfast?
If Holly hadn't have been pulled over and forced to stay with Grandma Williams, I don't know if Grandma Williams would have eaten that day. So I'm assuming they were planning to have like a prisoner that day. So Holly cooks eggs for Grandma Williams. Also, all of this has to be the same day because she goes and sees Judge Narsh and then Mayor Narsh and then gets told she has nowhere to stay and then is told she has to stay with Grandma Williams. So all of this happened between 5 a.m. and like 10 a.m. Okay. Also, when we were seeing Holly drive earlier, it wasn't like dark out. It was like daytime. So, okay. So regardless, Grandma Williams starts spouting her wisdom, and we kind of realize that Holly's not really going to jive with the city of Holly. Next scene, Holly gets to Henry's office, and we see two people that despise each other. These people don't like each other at all.
We wouldn't want to add abduction to your growing list of crimes and misdemeanors. What are you, a broken record? You're entitled. I'm not the one who assumes that just because I need a ride, anybody that happens to be near me in a car is there to serve me. I didn't ask for this.
Doctorate in veterinary medicine from Cornell. And you?
Community college, but I got my hands dirty learning the job in the field.
What community college offers doctorates in veterinary medicine? And also, I don't think you learned veterinarian science on the job.
I'll have you know that I am on my way to LA to become a plastic surgeon to the Dogs of the Stars.
You know that trope when two people don't like each other and they kind of learn to love each other? I think that's what they were going for here. But, like, they don't really have a lot of chemistry, you know? It's a little strange. And I feel like all of this guy's lines sound like they were overdubbed, but I don't think they were. So Henry takes Holly to see a horse. And immediately, just by brushing it and looking at it, Holly is able to diagnose it with something. But she gives the owner some of the best advice you could give someone. Let it rest.
No trail rides for a couple weeks just to give that hoof time to heal, but other than that, business as usual.
So in this scene, we learn two important things. One, Holly wants that money. She wants that bag. And two, Henry has a flip phone that we'll never see, but will be referenced a lot.
I won't be made fun of because I have a financial plan for my life, Mr. Flip Phone.
We also established that these two characters cannot stand each other, even remote. Henry seems a little impressed by her, but the city can't give her props or anything. They can't give her a break.
Could you be more materialistic?
So Grandma Williams starts kind of pushing this narrative to Holly that she's afraid to live, right? Grandma Williams, who's known her for about a day, gives Holly life advice.
Quit being afraid of life.
But that, like, kind of doesn't seem correct, because wasn't Holly moving to LA to pursue her dream of veterinary plastic surgery? So, like, she wasn't afraid to live, like, you guys trapped her in Holly, Michigan. Kind of seems like Holly had a life plan for Holly, and, like, Holly took Holly. Yeah. Then Grandma Williams also reminds us here that she's not a Gen Zer, and she eats meat. She eats bacon.
Are there any bad habits that you don't have?
Why, you selling some?
We get this long, sweeping shot of the vet clinic, and then back to Grandma Williams again. So my assumption is that they needed another scene between, like, the two Grandma Williams scenes, so they kind of spliced some of the vet hospital with music, and then just put the next Grandma Williams scene there. But we get introduced to Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl.
You'll never see Carl again, so don't really worry about him, but this does establish one important thing about Grandma Williams. And it's that she is very, very involved in Holly's love life.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I'm Carl.
No.
Now, the problem with introducing Carl, and especially as just a random character, is that the actress has so much more chemistry with Carl than she does with the main actor that it kind of makes you think that Carl's gonna come back. But Carl never comes back. And also, I don't think that Carl and Holly being together fits Grandma Williams' overall plan for Holly, right? So we get kind of a scene where we establish that, like, no, you can't date Holly, Carl. She's for someone else. We have a plan for her, right?
She's not right for you, and you're not right for her.
But we do get a Frankenmuth name drop here.
Frankenmuth.
So then we get a scene of Henry and Holly riding horses together.
You are like the most annoying person I've ever met.
So Henry then calls Holly the Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Right? And she's not offended by this. But she is offended by being called Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin?
Henry literally just said that she was like Jordan Belfort, and she's more offended by Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin. But also the way that Holly reacts to being called Rumpelstiltskin doesn't really come off like she's upset at all. But apparently Rumpelstiltskin hits home for her.
Do you want to know what my problem is with you?
I can tell you what my problem is. I seem to be stuck with a professional criticizer for a whole week.
It makes her feel bad. She calls Henry a Christmas tree hugger. And some of the insults in this movie are a little weird. Also, the guys' lines sound like they were done in post. Honestly, these people don't come off like they like each other at all. But remember, Grandma Williams has a plan. Judge and Mayor Narsh have a plan. So Henry gets mad because Holly didn't like being called Rumpelstiltskin. And then Holly gets straight canceled. She says, "You Holly people," to Sandra. And I was like, dude, hit her. Just hit her.
Are you Holly people given a guidebook for how to be as annoying as possible, or are you just born with that talent?
Let me tell you something, little girl.
And then Holly starts to kind of understand the corruption of the town, but then like falls back into ignorance almost immediately.
When I get out of here, I'm going to write a book about this place, and it is going to be a horror story.
So Judge/Mayor/Dictator Narsh gives her another 48 hours of community service. We see another fight between Holly and Henry after some dated Christmas references.
Spend my week with you, Count Cornelius, and you.
Who in the world is you?
Oh, I forgot. Henry said he didn't want to work with Holly anymore after the Rumpelstiltskin thing. So now Holly is getting the keys to Henry's office for some reason. And he also just berated her a bunch too. So
The unhappy feeling is mutual, Papa Noel.
So let's see, you've already used Saint Nick, Kris Kringle, and now Papa Noel. Do you want to go ahead and get Father Christmas out of the way now, or?
That doesn't make a lot of sense. But that's fine. So Holly gets the keys to Henry's office and helps clean, I guess. And we move to another Grandma Williams scene. Grandma Williams tells us about a rumble seat.
I need to get you and Henry your own personal tickets for a rumble seat.
I don't know what that is.
I used to have a coffee mug that said, "I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken." Grandpa Williams got it for me for Christmas one year.
Remember that. Also, they could have redone this Attorney General line, but I think Grandma Williams was probably tired, honestly. They gave her a lot of lines in this movie.
Instead of contacting the Attorney General,
Like, I think they honestly gave her more lines in this than they did in Holly Hotel. So Grandma Williams starts pushing Henry onto Holly. And I think it's the exhilaration of setting people up that Grandma Williams loves, because there's probably not much else to do in that town. So Holly says good morning to Henry in an attempt to be nice to him. And Henry gives us an explanation of why he only has a flip phone. And it's because life is too short for smartphones.
Life is too short to give so much of it to the internet.
That morning, Grandma Williams convinced Holly to apologize to everyone. She visits Nico, the cafe owner, and he gives her a nickname, which is Cash Only.
Cash only.
And also, remember this guy?
So tell me, are you going to be staying with us through Christmas? That is the mayor's plan for you, you know.
He knows what's going on. He always knows what's going on in the town. He's like the eyes and ears of this town. I think this line really cements for me the sinister nature of what's underneath this town.
You know, all it's going to take is one Christmas for you to understand the kind of magic we have right here in this little town.
There's something special about it. It's almost like it's for the greater good. Also, Bill is going to see the missus.
I've got to run right home to see the missus, if you will.
So at Dictator Narsh's office, she apologized to Sandra.
We Holly people, we don't just accept apologies. We also hug it out.
And Dictator Narsh wants Holly to stay because he sees her starting to embrace the city and love it.
I have a feeling about you in this town.
So Henry asks Holly on a date.
I don't mean to be a stickler for details here, but are you saying yes or no?
And I think Grandma Williams has some sort of bug or listening device because she immediately knows about it and immediately books a rumble seat.
I got you and Henry a rumble seat for Christmas.
This is what a rumble seat is, by the way. It's a horse carriage, I guess. So Henry and Holly go on a horse carriage date, and we have some CGI snow, or like, not really CGI, it's just like effects snow. Like you can do it on CapCut. But Grandma Williams made sure they got their rumble seat. Though this is where Henry and Holly are supposed to kind of like fall in love or fall for one another. Henry then says I'm sorry about 3 times in a row after Holly talks about her parents dying.
They passed. Auto accident.
Holly, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that.
Holly's question about wanting to do anything besides being a vet is like the craziest, most personal thing ever to Henry.
Have you always wanted to be a veterinarian, or was med school too hard?
You do not pull the punches, do you?
I'm not sure if I mentioned, but Holly wants to be a plastic surgeon to animals.
It's not a bad thing to want money.
Said you and 24 Russian oligarchs.
Anyways, Henry understands Holly now. He understands why she likes plastic surgery on dogs. It's pretty much the same reason she gave before, but now he understands it.
So the canine plastic surgery thing actually makes sense now.
And again, I just want to point out the snow is like, you can just do this in CapCut. I could make it snow in here right now. We also get a really strange Baldwin reference here.
Wait a minute, you're telling me there are people that don't believe in Santa Claus?
I know, the Baldwin brothers. Which one's in that?
Alec.
He also ends the date by kind of sounding like he's on a 70s dating show and he's picking Holly for the final date.
Here's my question. I've really enjoyed talking to you, and I'm hoping you'll have dinner with me at the Holly Hotel tonight.
We get a montage of Holly and Henry kind of falling in love. Obviously, a montage is not going to equal character development, but they do some stuff together. They go on a dinner, and they go ice skating, and they just do winter stuff. Honestly, you could have gone another way in the story and just cut to Grandma Williams in the basement with a cork board and like yarn and pictures, and I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. They got a whole plan to keep her in this town, huh? But no, the whole plan is for her to fall in love, I guess. Holly's conflicted because Holly's new boss calls and tells her that she has to start on Friday. So Holly goes to Henry and she tells him what a magic week it was. And Henry gives her some compliments and tells her she loves animals and she's beautiful and fun and has a wonderful heart. And then they go to kiss because he gave her compliments.
You love animals. You are so beautiful. You're fun. You have a wonderful heart. I'm 100% falling for you.
So Holly has to go. She can't stay, and she writes a letter to Henry saying, you can't be my Grandpa Williams. She actually says that.
Henry can never be my Grandpa Williams.
Anyway, Holly talks to Dictator Narsh, and he tells her that she could have left at any time. She was never in contempt. And then he suddenly gets involved in her love life. Like everyone else does in Holly.
To share with Henry what you've just shared with me.
And I wonder why. I think the town just needs more citizens and more taxpayers, so they just kind of get involved in people's love lives and get them to marry into the city. I think this happened in the other movie. The guy wasn't from the city, but they just like trapped him there. So Holly's mean LA boss makes her call her by her spirit name after she's mean to some people, and Holly decides she wants Henry. That's who she wants. Out of everything else in the world, out of anything else in her life.
What I want most in the world is Henry.
She wants Henry. And that makes sense because the only thing we've learned about her is that she likes animals and she likes Henry for some reason. And Grandma Williams. They fell in love in like 3 days. Holly wants Henry so much that she visits Grandma Williams, tells Grandma Williams how much she wants Henry, and then goes and sees Henry. And Henry gives her the fake out. Henry tells her, I don't just like you. I really like you. And they kiss.
No longer possible. Can't give you a second chance to win my heart. You already have it.
And the music starts, and we see that Holly has gained another citizen, and Narsh and Williams have gotten their way. And that's it. That's actually the last scene. The last scene is Henry and Holly kissing, and that's all. So yeah, it was kind of a weird movie. I thought the cop was a love interest at first, but he wasn't. It wasn't him. It was someone else. The guy's audio sounded like it was dubbed in, but I don't think it was. I just think they had weird mic. I just think overall it was a weird experience seeing Grandma Williams in a new movie because I had seen her in that Drew Gooden video. I've never actually seen the Holly Hotel movie. I've just seen those scenes of Grandma Williams. You can watch it for free on YouTube, actually. I think these people are from Michigan or something like that. So, yeah, go watch it, guys. It was interesting. Anyway, tell me what you think down below. Subscribe to